Hey, what's up? What's up? I lost track of what number of vlogs I'm doing, but I'm pretty happy with it. Happy that I'm sticking with it, and happy that I'm just constantly improving. And the only way to do that is to keep doing these videos. But let's see, what did I learn today? I learned that you got to have patience, and I don't have that. To be honest, I have almost zero patience in certain areas of my life. And the thing I learned today, and I kind of got into it with some of my business partners, is that like I'm an action dude, and I like action. And what I don't like is throwing around a bunch of ideas and talking about stuff without anything that we can tangibly do after the conversation. And it's because I guess deep down I feel like sometimes it's just a waste of time, even though it's not. Even though it's not. I think there's definitely cases where you can have good, fruitful conversations without, um, without any real action. Especially like when you're building something new. Um, I was watching a documentary. This actually reminds me of something. I was watching a documentary last night on the first NASA rovers and the Opportunity, and how they had to pioneer something they've never done before. Like up until that point, humanity had never sent a rover of that kind anywhere. And now that I think about it, I wonder how many times they talked about the idea before they actually started building it. I wonder how many hours of conversation happened over uh, beer, dinner, whatever, coffee, breakfast, hangovers, napkins. Happened? How much talk happened before they actually did something? And now that I think about it, it was probably a lot. Because think about it, if especially NASA with a limited budget, if they just started building stuff without any sort of coherent plan, I mean, imagine how much money would have been wasted. Imagine how much time would have been wasted and resources. So I'm sure they had to talk a lot about it and engineer it right, on paper, and then follow a plan and execute. And that's the thing where that trips me up personally is I'm really good at the execution part, and I'm okay at the planning phases, and I'm really not okay or not that good in the beginning with ideas. Like I have some good ideas, I also have some bad ideas, but I I realized that today is that we're kind of, at least from a grit to great perspective, we're kind of building our own rover in a way. We're building our own platform, we're building our own movement, and we want to do it right. We want to do it effectively because people's lives are at stake. There's people out there that are not living their potential, that are happy, that are settling for relationships that they don't want, that are settling for health that they don't necessarily want, but aren't motivated to change. And that's serious shit because it affects the world we live in. It's kind of silly to think about that, but almost ran into somebody. It's kind of silly to think about that in those terms, but literally, I mean, just with diet and nutrition alone, if you don't eat right or sleep right or take care of yourself, you're going to start taking your anger out and frustration on a lot of people. And so just a silly example of how diet and nutrition could change the world because it makes people happier and healthier. That's just something to think about. Like, that's a pretty big deal. So, we're on a mission. We want to do it right. And nobody on the team actually likes wasting time, especially me. And sometimes it can be frustrating because you just have days, weeks, maybe even months of kicking around ideas, trying a few things out, testing it, tweaking it, scrapping it. And, we've all felt the frustration from time to time, but one thing I will say is what's cool about the team that we have, that I have, is that when we are frustrated or pissed off, that we support each other and we have the space for each other to understand those frustrations and understand where we're coming from and not tear each other apart just because somebody else is mad. So one of the things I'm very proud of is our communication skills, you know, and the way we handle things. We don't tear each other apart, we build each other up, and I think that's so crucial for growth, you know, for a good partnership, for I mean, just to make it fun. I mean, how shitty would it be if we just started tearing each other apart every day or every time we got mad? So yeah, I think that's about it. I don't know if you can see this, but this building right here, it's called Chubb, and I find that hilarious. All right, have a good day. Bye.